Hello, this is John, host of MGTOW Is Freedom, here to talk to you about one of your favorite subjects, nags. Right, the other day I was reminiscing about when I was younger, wondering what went wrong in my relationship, how it worked, why I didn't see it, where it was leading. And it reminded me of an old story, right, an old occurrence that happened with a friend of mine. And his name is Mitch. And I'm not going to say anything that embarrasses Mitch. If anything, it should embarrass Mitch's wife. And I don't really care. Love Mitch, and I don't even know if he's married to her anymore. All right, but, because it's been a long time since I've seen Mitch, and only Mitch knows who Mitch is. Right? Good friend of mine going all the way back to 5th grade. So Mitch had this girlfriend who became his wife later and he had children with. But at the beginning of the relationship, she tried to control him. She tried to control him with guilt, with crying, with pissing and moaning. But the favorite thing Mitch would do is he would call her on it. And she'd start her shit and he'd go, nag, 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 nag. Right? Women are fucking nags. Right? And nag comes from horse, right? That old nag. Well, I've been thrown from many a good horse. And I know how training horses works. You train a horse by putting it in an uncomfortable position. And then the horse, in order to avoid that discomfort, changes what it's doing to what does not get it nagged at anymore. Right? So that's what women do. That's what bitchy, feminist, gold-digging whores do. Is they nag at men. They ask, they whine, they try a little bit of pleading, a little bit of guilt, maybe some shame, and then they resort right to fucking nagging. Which is a nice way of saying a fucking bitch, right? But it's nagging. It's just fucking picking at you all the time and making you uncomfortable. When my ex-bitch used to train her horses, right, I would watch what she did. And I thought, how the fuck is that horse doing exactly what she wants? Right? Because I used to tell her, I'm not a fucking horse, quit trying to train me. But I'd watch how she trains horses. You know how the girl stands there with a fucking rope and the horse is going in circles around her? Right? The horse is revolving around her, right? Men are supposed to revolve around women. Gynocentrism, right? But I watched her doing it with a horse. And I'd ask her, I go, what are you doing? Why did the horse stop? Why did the horse walk towards you? Why did the horse go from a trot to a canter and then back to a walk? So the fucking horse would do what she says, and it's the subtlest of commands. Subtle, right? She'd step back, she'd make a fucking clicking noise, right? All the things that women do to men, it's fucking interesting when they do it to horses. Because I sat there and I watched her, and I really did learn from this a long time ago. I thought, that bitch, that unholy cunt is trying to train me. It was fucking amazing, right? But what would happen when the horse didn't want to behave is she would get after it, right? She'd make some noise, she'd crack the fucking whip, right? And sometimes that bitch would go off the fucking hook and start screaming at the horse, right? As if the horse understands screaming. She terrorized it. But for the most part, the technique that I would call using the training of the horse and also the training of men is nagging. They'd fucking nag. Nag, 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 nag. Just like Mitch would say. He'd just fucking say it to his wife. But at the time, girlfriend. Nag, 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 nag. That's all I ever fucking hear is nagging, right? As if nagging's gonna make him change his mind. Mitch was a hard-headed motherfucker. I loved him for that shit. But he'd go right after her. She'd fucking nag at him and he'd nag back to show her what it sounded like. Nag, nag, nag. It's funny as fuck. But that's what women do to us to train us. They ask, they plead, and when they don't get their way, they step up the game. But like the horse that's being trained, it's very subtle. Little subtle things, right? How can a woman nag at you? Before I go any further, I'm going to remind you, give this video a thumbs up. Give all MGTOW videos a thumb up. Go see the other MGTOW websites or YouTube sites, channels. Watch their videos. At the very least, give them a thumbs up. Because that's going to tell YouTube more people are interested in this. And I want to see this movement go viral with men. Where MGTOW becomes a household word. when bitches get out of line, some guy turns around and goes, nag, 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 shut up. And just tell her to shut the fuck up, or say, hey, nag, one more fucking nag, and there's the door. Right? That needs to be done. Men need to man up, that's damn right, and act like men. Not act like pussy whipped little fucking trained ponies for bitches. Okay? So subscribe to this channel. Right down there, hit the subscription button. And at the end of the video, there's a subscription button. But there is one button you guys have been hitting. And it's been amazing. Right? It's the fan funding. You guys can directly support this channel, which is me, my bad habits like scotch and cigars. You guys can support my bad habits by hitting the fan funding button. And you can send or put in as little as $1 and as much, I don't know, as 100. I don't fucking know what the top end is. At some point, I'm sure the IRS will come and arrest me. But anyways, you guys have been awesome on the fan funding. That really is supporting my bad habits. Okay, so also, thumbs up, this, that. Oh, hit the share button. Damn, hit that fucking share button. I almost forgot. One of the single most important things you can do is share MGTOW videos with other men so that they know what the hell is going on. Because so many men obviously don't know a fucking thing about women. And they don't have a clue that they're being nagged at to train them. To train them. And turn them from men into fucking meat puppets. From men into trick ponies. Trick fucking ponies. But thank you guys. I mean, thank you. Bottom of my heart for the fan funding. Thank you for watching, for subscribing, and for commenting. And those comments from you show that these videos are not just watched by men, but that their thoughts are included, that they're part of the discussion, that you can add something to it. And by commenting, you guys add to it. You add to the discussion in a meaningful way, in an important way. Especially when someone you recommend comes here and watches and then reads through the comments and sees your comment and sees that you're encouraging other men to act like men. That's fucking bonus material there. Bonus, right? You know, men going their own way. MGTOW means doing what you want as a man, not what the gynocentric gold-digging whores want, right? The pony trainers. So the nagging, right? The nagging. It's an out loud thing, but it becomes very subtle, right? When you're trained, when you're a trick pony, just like watching my ex-wife train those horses, that bitch would use subtle body language, right? Now, how do they do it with men? Well, they nag at you until you fucking move back, and right, you like the horse, you move away from the discomfort. You're like, hey, okay, that's enough. I get it. I'm done. I'm stopping. I'm gonna make you happy, baby, right? And once they get that out of you, then it can become as simple as a raised eyebrow, squinted eyes, right? The upper lip, a subtle head shake no, right? The crossing of the arms. All these little subtle gestures that women use to show their displeasure in you. Here's a great one my wife used to use. My ex-bitch wife used to use. And man, do I feel sorry for that fucking new guy that she's fucking roping up, right? I don't really know the guy, but what a fucking sucker, right? He doesn't even know that she is an expert at fucking with people, right? They will develop the training program with you. And if you don't do as they're told, right? This is what she would do. She would say something like, "Didn't we talk about that?" You know, like a second grade teacher in school, right? And that's a way of verbally nagging, right? I'm reminding you, how many times have I got to tell you? How many times have I told you? That's a form of nagging. But she would say that, and I'd be like, oh man, yeah, she said that like 100 times, fuck. And then a minute later, I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't care how many fucking times she says it. I don't care what she says. She doesn't get to fucking tell me what to do. But that training, that trick pony training, is subtle. And they're sneaky with it, and they move it in there until you give them what they want, and then they back off. They use the nagging to pressure you, and as soon as you change your attitude, they back off. And they just let you be, and you're like, woo, that was painful there for a second. But the feeling is gone. And what they've done is associate stop doing what you want with some relaxation. The lack of the nagging It goes away and you're like, oh man, oh, I feel better now. She quit nagging. I'm not going to do that other thing because that made her fucking nag at me. That is where men fuck up. That's where you fuck up. That's where I fucked up, right? You can't do that. You cannot give them what they want that way and encourage them to continue training us like fucking show ponies. Okay? Don't be a show pony. Be a fucking man, right? MGTOW. Go your own way. And if you want, try it on her. Try nagging on her. Tell her you want something for dinner, right? And when she makes whatever the fuck she wants for dinner, this is if she makes dinner at all, okay? Enough said on that. But let's say your girl makes dinner. Tell her you want something. And when she doesn't do it, just fucking get after her. I told you I wanted this and this. I told you I wanted this and this, right? Let's say this and this is a fucking T-bone. I wanted a T-bone. She's like, but I didn't get a T-bone. I told you I wanted a T-bone. T-bone, 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 right? And just fucking nag the shit out of her, right? And the next night, when she goes to make dinner, again, this is assuming she makes the dinner, fucking do the same thing. I wanted a T-bone. I wanted a T-bone. I wanted a T-bone. Now you're making fucking lasagna. I wanted a T-bone, right? And fucking put her through the ringer until she makes you a T-bone and then back off, right? Give her a little reward. Or, hey, here's a good one you can do every night. Back scratches. You know how us guys like our back scratched, right? Go up and sit next to her and ask for a back scratch. She'll probably reach around and give you a little scratch and then go away. And then be insistent. I just want some back scratchies. I just want some back scratchies, right? Sound like a little whiny bitch to her so that she understands that that's what she sounds like, right? And fucking nag at her. Nag, 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 nag until she gives you what she wants. And as soon as you're done, right? If she doesn't give you enough, nag some more. But as soon as she stops, right? As soon as she stops or starts giving you the back scratches, stop nagging instantly. Let her have some pressure, right? Let her back off and go, boy, you quit bitching for that back scratching. Train that fucking bitch if you're going to have one. You have to train her. Someone's going to train somebody. Someone's got to be the boss. And if you don't, right, you're either the gynocentric woman and you're the trick pony, or you're the fucking master of your domain and you make her circle around you, right? You've got to take charge of these bitches or you might as well get rid of them. Because if you don't, they will own you. They will own you. Thanks again, guys, for watching these videos, for supporting them, for sharing your ideas, and thanks for all the scotch and cigars. You guys rock. Semper Fi. MGTOW, I have the penis. I'm the man, right? Say that every morning when you look in the mirror. I'm the man. I have the penis, right? And then go nag at that fucking bitch to get her to make you some breakfast. That's good stuff. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.